May I come in, sir?
Yes, come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please be seated. Are you fully vaccinated?
Yes, sir.
No symptoms of COVID?
No, sir.
You may remove your mask. Shivam,
Yes, sir.
please introduce yourself to the board, highlighting your educational qualification and work experience, if any.
Sir, I have done my schooling from two places, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Chandoli, Uttar Pradesh, and Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Kottayam, Kerala. Thereafter, sir, I have attended Delhi Technological University, Delhi for Mechanical Engineering graduation. My hobbies include jogging, blogging. I have worked at Tata Motors for about 1 year.
Shivam, you graduated in the year 2018, worked with Tata Motors for a year and then you quit. You didn't like your job in the private sector, what?
Sir, actually, during my graduation, I have already made up my mind that I will go for the civil services examination. And with the engagement with NGO at college level, that is JUGNU, I have worked as volunteer faculty to teach the slum children. So I have developed that I have to go this way in my future life. So after considering all my financial constraints and discussing with my parents, I decided to pursue civil services.
So don't you think that an NGO can make a much greater impact on the society than a mere bureaucrat?
Sir, NGO certainly has some very specific role, sir. But coming to the civil services, it gives the diversity to work in the various fields. For example, sir, education, electricity, infrastructure, and all other sectors which involves to give our public a better social life, sir.
Okay, so you tell me, you did your schooling from Kerala also.
Yes, sir.
So how come you had to go all the way to Kerala to do your plus 2?
Sir, after completion of my matriculation at Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Chandoli, sir, I was selected to write an examination on all India basis organized by Dakshina Foundation, which is an NPO, non-profit organization, in collaboration with Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, which provides extra joint entrance examination for IIT JEE along with the school curriculum. So I was selected and I got the opportunity to go and study over there, sir.
So you must have stayed there for 2 years in Kottayam?
Sir, yes, sir, definitely we are staying without going back to our home, sir.
Okay, so 2 years you must have spent there. You must have closely watched the society of Kerala,
yes,
particularly the status of women in Kerala society.
Yes.
Now you compare the status of women in Kerala society with that of women in Bihar. And what differences do you see and what similarities do you see?
Sir, on the social parameters, sir, first I would like to difference between the education.
Let's confine our discussion to the status of women only.
Sir, Kerala has more sex ratio. It defines that it refers that there is a less intensity of the patriarchal mindset. While in the state of Bihar, sir, our sex ratio is 9:18, which reflects that there is a meta preference for the son, sir. Sir, coming to this education background, women in the Kerala has more opportunity and they have been excelling in various fields like nursing, and while in Bihar, sir, there are less opportunity for the women, and they have gone to represent the society, or they have themselves work in the very less places, sir.
Shivam, if you had seen, the cooperatives are playing a very strong role, not only in socio-economic development, but also in the political development of the state.
Yes, sir.
There is a concept of Kudambasri in Kerala, cooperative society formed by women for the welfare of family. Have you heard of this?
Yes, sir, I have heard of it.
So, why can't we replicate this model in Bihar?
Sir, again, sir, the lack of literacy in the women, sir, plays a greater role. Along with that, sir, there are some self-help group like Didi Ki Rasoi, which provides the foodstuffs to the Sadar hospitals, is also working in Bihar, sir. Along with that, sir, some other self-help group has been developed in the of late years, sir, like sorry, sir, I am unable to
suppose if you
recall.
are posted there, you get into the civil services in Bihar, and posted as SDM in Bihar, then you are so quite concerned about the status of women. How are you going to ameliorate their condition, particularly of the rural women in Bihar? Do you have any plan of action in your mind?
Sir, if I have given a chance to improve the status of the women in our society, I would like to implement the schemes that have been given, that have been provided by the Bihar government. First one is, sir, Jivika, which promotes the self-help group in the remote area. Second, sir, there is a lack of, sir, microfinance activity in Bihar, sir. So definitely, if I have to work in the microfinance activity, that would be the better for the women. Third, sir, if all the schemes like such Chief Minister Bicycle Yojana or Chief Minister Balika Utthana Yojana, if they are implemented in a true sense with whatever they are writing in the paper and whatever the government is doing in ground level, if they have the resonance or they are participating with full efficiency, sir, then definitely there is a scope to improve their status.
Thank you, Shiva.
You did your schooling in Jawaharlal Nehru Vidyalaya, right?
Yes.
Tell me something about the contribution of Pandit Nehru for the modernization of India.
Sir, Jawaharlal Nehru was our first Prime Minister, and he is mainly known for his foreign relations activities, sir. For example, sir, if I have to remember, I can right now recall about the Panchasheel that has been given by the Jawaharlal Nehru. Second, sir,
but it has been failed after invading China in 20th October 1962. Do you believe that?
Sir, I'm not. I beg to differ on that, sir. It is not completely failed because, sir, in the recent times, sir, we are again, sir, following that non-alignment policy with the crisis that is going around the world, sir. So I believe, sir, there has some element and they are still intact in our strategic tools, sir, while dealing with the international countries.
What are the Nehruvian doctrine of foreign policy or the basic tenets of foreign policy of India?
Sir, I'm not sure, sir, but I can, if you allow me to, I can.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, first one that I can remember is, sir, non-intervention in their internal affairs. Second, sir, Jawaharlal Nehru also was the prominent leader to promote, sir, non-violence among each country. Sir, sorry, sir, I'm not able to recollect all.
No issue. Which article of the Constitution is dealing with the basic tenets of our foreign policy?
Sir, I think, sir, part 4 of the Constitution deals with the, and
part
the article,
4?
Sir, Article 50, sir.
50?
50A, sir. Sir, if not wrong,
no
51, sir.
Move forward. What is happening in Sri Lanka right now?
Sir, Sri Lanka is currently facing a political crisis. With the advent of Sri Lanka is going for achieving the fully organic state, it has led to the food crisis, and it has banned all its imports like fertilizer imports and other crucial imports which are crucial for the agriculture activities. So that's why it led to the food crisis. Along with that, sir, there is a deterioration of its currency.
What could be the possible impact of this Sri Lankan crisis over India?
Sir, India has already devolved itself to help out our neighboring state by giving it line of credit. So this could be impact, sir, like more engagement could be possible in the coming days, sir.
Okay. Your optional is human science.
Sir, yes, sir, it's anthropology. It was not given the option, so I choose human science.
Human science. What's the difference between anthropology and the human science?
Sir, anthropology deals with the humans with space and time, while the human science includes all the subjects, for example, sir, sociology, anthropology, and other human-related sciences.
Okay, can you speak out something about the characteristics of agrarian or agricultural family of Bihar?
Sir, agriculture family of the Bihar is few characteristics that I can point out right now, sir. First one is, sir, low land holding capacity of the family. Along with that, sir, over dependence on the agriculture. Third, sir, there has been a dispute among the society members that some believe that the cooperatives at the agriculture society is weak, and some believe that agriculture cooperatives at the agriculture level is strong, sir.
Okay. Shivam, vitality and endurance is required for police service.
Yes.
And your first preference is, I hope, DSP?
Yes.
Just choose some example from your past life and prove yourself that you have a good amount of vitality and endurance.
Sir, I can recall right now, sir, my stay in the Kerala, sir, where, sir, I had to stay for 2 years, and we didn't have any contact with our family members, and we were not allowed to go back to our home for 2 years, and that given us the three things, sir: the discipline, sir, that we got, sir, education, and third is, sir, our health, importance of the health that I learned from Kerala, sir.
Okay, you did your higher secondary from Kerala, right? Just compare Kerala's Panchayati Raj system with Bihar Panchayati Raj system.
Sir, Bihar Panchayati Raj system has done tremendous in the recent election that has conducted in the recent years, sir. Sir, important difference is that, sir, they have been going technical, and they are allowing digital amenities to the rural people, while, sir, Bihar is still lacking in those sectors.
What could be the possible use of web-enabled kiosk for the betterment in the Panchayati Raj system, especially in rural area of Bihar?
Sir, people participation has been a key factor to strengthen the Panchayati Raj system, sir. So definitely, sir, if the people of the Bihar needs those technical amenities that is being provided in other parts of the country, that can be replicated if they ask for it, sir.
Good, sir.
Shivam.
Yes, sir.
You have stayed in fact, you have stayed various places.
Yes.
You stayed in UP, then you moved to Kerala, then you also came to Delhi, then you also further moved to Jamshedpur.
Yes.
Tell me any movie that describes India's cultural diversity in a very beautiful manner.
Sir, can I take a time to think, sir?
Sure.
Sir, Swadesh, sir.
Which one?
Swadesh.
Swadesh.
Yes.
What is the theme of this movie? And why, according to you, it describes India's cultural diversity in a very beautiful manner?
Sir, the movie shows, sir, what kind of the cooperation that rural area of India is having, sir. Sir, and despite the fact that those basic infrastructure like electricity, potable water is lacking in those rural areas, still we see that the love among the people or the cooperation between the people is still intact. So this kind of the message gives that our cultural diversity is way more richer than other part of the world, sir.
All right. So tell me, what are the biggest takeaways of your stay in all these particular places in economic terms that you would like to implement there in Bihar?
Sir,
The biggest takeaways in economic terms.
Sir, sir, I will go one by one state, sir. Sir, from Kerala, sir, what I learned that if the people at the ground level, sir, if they are united, they can bring changes. While, sir, even labor force participation rate is Kerala is way more higher than while compared to the Bihar, sir, which is at the 5% level. So human labor force participation rate should be high, sir. Sir, coming back to, sir, Delhi, sir, what I learned that if the ample of opportunity is given to the women members of the society, they can lead in the various roles, sir. Sir, third, sir, in Jamshedpur, sir, what I learned about the society, sir, in the economic term is, sir, whenever the labor is skilled, sir, if the skill development is given to the labor, sir, they have the potential to bring tremendous changes in the society, sir.
And what about UP?
Sir,
there's nothing from UP that you can take away.
Sir, I missed out the UP, sir. But sir, in terms of the economy, sir, economic context, sir, I have learned that Uttar Pradesh has the beautiful unity among the labor union, sir. That can be replicated in the Bihar, sir.
Okay. Let's take an example that besides agriculture,
yes,
that you already have highlighted,
yes,
that has the potential in Bihar to bring a change,
yes,
in fact. So besides agriculture, what all areas, according to you, are actually untapped area in Bihar in terms of its economic potential?
Sir, first one is, sir, tourism, sir. That has not been tapped till now, sir. And there has been progress by making circuits around the state, sir. Like, sir, Buddha circuit, Jainism circuit and Sufi circuit. That can be utilized for the development of the tourism. Second, sir, the GI tag given to the Bihar products has not been utilized in the commercial way. For example, sir, Madhubani painting, sir, it has not been fully utilized in the commercial purpose. Third, sir, the renewable energy, sir, the Bihar had, sir. So it is also attracting large amount.
What kind of renewable energies are there?
Sir, basically, sir, solar, sir, agriculture-based renewable energy, like, sir, ethanol, clean fuel, that is. So that can be that has the potential to tap on, sir.
What are the challenges of developing tourism in Bihar?
Sir, perception of the law and order threat, sir. That has been historically that has been conveyed.
So perception is not right among the Indians about Bihar. That's what you want to say,
sir, about the law and order, sir.
So don't you think the law and order actually has improved?
Sir, it has been improved, sir, but still there's
a bad perception about Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then?
Sir, second, sir, about the tourism sector, sir, there has been lack of the infrastructure, sir. For if I have to tell, sir, accommodation facilities are not adequate at the tourism hotspots, sir. Sir, I'm able to remember right now.
What about the connectivity, roads, transportation?
Sir, the Bihar government has done tremendous work in road connectivity. That's why it is placed third after the Kerala and West Bengal in the road connectivity.
Okay.
So compared to the 5,000 kilometer approximately road pre to the 2005 era, sir. Now it is 24,000 kilometers. So that's why I think, sir, road connectivity, in the context of the road connectivity, Bihar government has done tremendous work, sir.
Which is the national highway that links Patna to Bhabua?
Sorry, sir.
You don't remember this?
Sorry, sir. Right now I'm not able to correct.
Okay, sir.
Shivam, do you think that prohibition policy of the government of Bihar has failed?
Sir, the objective of the prohibition policy was to bring the behavioral changes and divert the funds that has been divert the savings towards the other fruitful activities like education and health, sir. So it has not been completely failed, but since of late, sir, there has been some there has been a debate that whether it has failed or not, sir. But still, people believe that sexual crime against the women or per se, sir, sir, among the households, sir, the crimes has been lower down, sir. So that's why I think it is not completely failed.
Does the state government come out with any data regarding impact of prohibition on the women?
Sir, it has not.
Just a perception, based on perception or based on some official data?
Sir, right now I can remember, sir, the 8th report of the NCRB, which says that the sexual crimes against women has lowered down. But there is also an angle that there is a under-reporting.
So if we have to make any suggestions to the Chief Minister, any recommendations to the Chief Minister regarding amendment to the existing Act,
Yes.
will you be in a position to give some suggestions?
Sir, yes, sir. I would like to give some suggestions, sir. First one will be, sir, the rehabilitation center should be open prior to the implementation of the law, sir.
Okay.
Second, sir, other alternative industries like those who are involved in the brewing of the liquor, sir, they should have given the alternative mechanism.
Rehabilitation of those people. Okay. Anything else?
Sir, no, sir. Right now, sir.
Last question, Shivam, you watch movies,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? What kind of movies do you watch?
Basically, sir, thriller, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Shivam. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sit, Shivam. Remove your mask. So, how was your experience, Shivam?
Sir, it was fine, sir, but I was lacking some expression issues.
Not really. Not really. Your interview is on 23rd.
Yes, sir.
23rd. So, today is 11th.
Yes.
So, hardly 10 days, 11 days time left. You see, you are a wonderful candidate, I must tell you. You are a wonderful candidate for the civil services. And you have opted for the post of DSP as your first choice.
Yes.
In all likelihood, if you have really done well in your anthro paper, you should be getting very good marks. Now, with this opening remarks, let me tell you something, that what is expected of a civil servant. A person has to be full of integrity. Integrity of purpose is very important. So, you want to be an honest person. This is very important. Then you should be capable of giving constructive thoughts, out of the box solutions on opinion based questions. So when we asked you to compare Kerala with the Bihar and all that, we could get a glimpse of that.
Sure, sir.
So that is very important. You stayed calm and composed all through. That is another good quality.
Right.
You did not get into argument with the board members. That is another good quality. Then your body language was extremely positive.
Yes.
So with all those, you are normal and natural person you are. So all those qualities are there in you.
Right.
2-3 things by way of improving your performance.
Yes.
Number one, your mouth was getting dry very often. So stay hydrated. Take water before going for the interview. So that when you go for the final interview,
Yes.
you don't have that problem,
Sure.
isn't it? That is number one. Your sitting posture is slightly not okay. You go back, move back slightly, backside. This is the better posture. Otherwise, you are leaning forward.
Sure.
So, no, this is the correct posture. So, leaning forward indicates some sort of nervousness, isn't it? So, now you look very confident. So, look confident and stay straight. That's good. Then you have to raise your voice level slightly, and then modulation of voice, highs and lows, to make it more interesting, because you are an interesting candidate.
Right.
The board will like to interact with you. So raise your level slightly high,
Yes.
and then try to modulate your voice.
Right.
These are the only problems we could notice in 30 minutes of your interview. Otherwise, you are an excellent candidate, a wonderful combination of both head and heart, I say. So, just when you go for the interview, stay cool, stay calm, keep your head on your shoulder, don't get into argument, be patient to listen to questions, try to understand the intent of a question, and then collect your ideas and then speak. So, you did exceedingly well today. I hope you will continue to maintain, and for 30-35 minutes, whatever the interview time, maintain a high level of energy.
Okay.
That is very important. And then anthropology subject, Bihar, anything can be asked. But just a glimpse of what we asked you of the total whole. So whatever is required to be studied, you study it. No specific, it has to be related to your Bihar, and you have the experience of working at 4 or 5 places.
Yes.
So all social, political differences of all those areas, normally it is expected that you will be asked questions on those things. Then what are the police reforms you want to suggest? Why you want to take up a job in police? Why not administration? What is there in police which is not there in administration? Why your preference for police over the administration?
Yes.
That you have to prepare your answer very clearly. Why do you want? It's a personal choice. Of course, you have been given a choice, but there has to be some thought behind that.
Right.
That those thoughts you should construct your ideas very carefully and in a very cohesive manner, so that once you give an answer, it looks very authentic, isn't it? And so you will do well, no doubt about it in our minds. Wish you all the best. If you have any doubt in your mind, feel free to ask us.
सर एक्चुअली एक डाउट था सर कि मतलब मैं ये मुस्टैच रख के जा सकता हूँ कि नहीं सर?
बिल्कुल लगता है, अच्छे लग रहे हो मुस्टैच पे, बिल्कुल अच्छे लग रहे हो. थोड़ा सा डरो मत, थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंट रहो, बिकॉज यू आर अ वंडरफुल कैंडिडेट. यू आर अ वंडरफुल कैंडिडेट, आई मस्ट टेल यू. तो कॉन्फिडेंस, ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं रहना है, बट अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट भी नहीं रहना है, इजंट इट? बी कॉन्फिडेंट, दैट्स इट, एंड यू विल डू वेल. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स हाउ यू हैव फेयर्ड इन योर written, but you will be certainly getting very good marks. Only one advice: never ever get into argument with any board members, which you will not, I am sure, but still at the cost of repetition I am telling you, stay hydrated, raise voice level, sitting posture you have already taken care of. Wish you all the best.
Okay sir, thank you sir, thank you sir, thank you sir.